Can you think back and remember the time when you knew who you wanted to be? Maybe it was a sudden realization or something you've known for a long time. Oftentimes, when we think about who and what we are, it's been something that we might have been thinking about for quite some time, like all the way back to when we were little kids. For me, however, I was different. I had no idea what I wanted to do until a few years ago. And when I think back to when this moment of realization took place, it was within an environment that I had least expected it to be in. I remember the air was warm and humid as I walked along the cobblestone streets of Venice, Italy, the morning everything happened. I just graduated high school, and as a graduation present, because I'd taken Italian for 4 years, my grandma thought that it would be nice for me to actually go to Italy and use the language I'd learned and the culture itself outside of the classroom. We were both new to Europe. This was our both first trip to Europe, so we were both completely ecstatic to go and couldn't wait to get lost in the culture and experience all the new things that I'd learned in the class. I didn't really have any plans for after high school. I mean, I was signed up for college classes at FLC for the fall semester, but they were only general ed courses because I hadn't yet decided what direction I wanted to take. I knew I loved kids and considered being a teacher, but the thought of specializing in a subject just to teach it didn't really sound like something I was interested in. I wanted something more. I was also kind of receiving pressure from my parents after graduating high school because they didn't want me to have a difficult and struggling lifestyle as they had because they hadn't gone to college after they graduated. So for me, this trip was like a getaway. I was an ocean's length away, literally, from all my problems, and the last thing I wanted to think about on this vacation was my future. However, as I walked along the streets to the train station, my mind in a complete haze about the upcoming destinations I was going to go on with my grandma, I was distracted by a loud smack against the pavement up ahead of me. I looked up and I saw that an old man had dropped his walking cane. And at first, I just thought that he was like clumsy and just dropped it, but I realized that his body was actually convulsing and he too was going down with his cane. He hit the ground and continued to seize, and as he seized, he hit his head on the rock pavement, and instantly, because there's so many nerves and blood in your head, it was just gushing all around him and pooling all around him on the floor. As I was walking, I literally froze in my tracks. I couldn't take another step forward. I felt sick to my stomach because I had no idea what to do. Never had I seen someone go down and seize in front of me before, and never had I seen so much blood in my life. But I honestly couldn't help but watch. I wanted to know what the EMTs were going to do to safely remove this man, and I wanted to know what they were going to do to make him better. I wanted to know what his problem was and what they were going to do to fix it. Admittedly, however, the closer I got to the train station and onto my next adventure, the farther my mind drifted from the scene. However, throughout the remainder of my trip and for the rest of the summer, I never forgot about how I felt that morning. The paralyzing panic of not knowing what to do pushed my curiosity, and I began researching EMT and nursing courses at FLC and figured out the AA associates and what classes I should take to get accepted into nursing programs. I was also hired as a lifeguard, where I was taught basic first aid and CPR. On this job, we also get the opportunity to train with the fire department, and it's a lot of fun because we get to do scenarios and real life stuff with snake bites and all kinds of cool stuff. My vacation to Italy inspired a career path that I'd never considered possible, and I couldn't be more pleased with the direction it's taken me thus far. I always knew I wanted something more, and this career path has definitely given me that. I arrived to Italy looking for adventure and ended up finding my purpose. I wanted to avoid the future and not think about my life decisions, but I ended up leaving with so much more. Thank you.